Misread symptoms leads to ineffective solutions. There is a big concern from women all over, and companies also, about this gender imbalance. So, what is the lack? Why is there a lack of women in the C positions? Is there any glass ceiling? What are the obstructions that women run up against? What's behind this resistance? How do we face these challenges? Is there any appropriate leadership behavior for women? A distinct female leadership style? What is the role of values and belief system in unleashing the leadership potential of women and building a strong image? So I am very pleased to welcome today 4 leader ladies who reached the top in their field. They started out clever and intelligent, and now with time and experience, they have wisdom and understanding. Their testimonial, their story, will surely inspire us and guide us to a significant increase of path in a process of change. So let me introduce you to them one by one. So my first question will go to Kate. What is leadership for you from a media point of view, and where does the standard of leadership stand today?
I think leadership, I mean, I'm here, I'm not originally from the UK, but I'm here today from the UK. I've been living there for 25 years. And you will know that at this time in the UK, we don't actually have a government, which speaks to a dearth, an absence of leadership. So what is leadership? And leadership, where we struggle today with this, and here I do make a cultural difference because I don't know enough about leadership in the Middle East, in the Gulf states. But what I do know about leadership in the West, where we struggle today, is that leadership has become conflated with management. And there are all kinds of managers and management types who believe that they're leaders. And if you rise high enough on a scale of management, you are therefore a leader, and it is not so. What is leadership? What differentiates leadership definitively is the courage to lead, and it is not what we are teaching our young women.
Okay. So, Caroline, you are an executive coach. So, do you join Kate on her definition of leadership?
Yes, I would say that leadership also is definitely a blend of courage, of purpose, of integrity. A leader is inspirational, has a sense of direction.
As a coach, how do you see a leader? And how do you coach a leader?
How do we coach leaders? Actually, I think what we try to do with each of our clients is that they discover their own leadership style, their authentic leadership. And each person has its own authentic leadership. And so what we do is that we help our clients discover their values, their purpose, their strengths, what they are good at, what's the mission they are here for. And I think that's what we do when we coach leaders.
Rania? Your turn.
I agree with both the comments. I guess I want to add something for us to think about. The new generation coming into the workforce, into leadership, Generation X. So you're a Generation X, but the baby boomers, we're moving on, have a slightly different definition of leadership. For the baby boomers, it's a lot about setting direction. And the way that we do that is through inspiration and motivation.
Isn't it a goal, this?
Pardon?
Isn't it a goal? The direction is a goal.
Right, exactly. The Generation X leaders think of it a little more collaboratively and more through an eye of innovation than the baby boomers. So they're actually changing the way we think about leadership, and they're putting it in a context that's better to a changing world.
Yes. Renee, what is the difference between leadership and entrepreneurship, since you are in entrepreneurship?
The difference between the two. I'm not sure there's a difference. I think they just play a different role in the process.
Does a leader have to be an entrepreneur, or an entrepreneur is a leader? This, I think...
Not necessarily. I mean, basically following up on what you said, if you're an entrepreneur, innovation is actually very key to how you get into the market, how you enter the market, how you expand in the market. It's so critical to the essence of everything you do. And as companies become larger, those skills are not often as valued quite as much in some companies because we seek efficiency in these companies. And as we seek efficiency, often the entrepreneurial spirit is one of the things that goes as we begin to frame policy and procedures. And so one of the things I see right now happening in the U.S. is the resurgence of entrepreneurial ideas in larger corporations because it's so necessary to the evolution and the adaptation that's required as we go forward. Things are moving faster now, so innovation becomes more important, and therefore entrepreneurial spirit and entrepreneurial ideas become so critical.
We're going to touch on a very important topic. We're going to touch about women in corporate life. This is, I think, one of the testing areas and the most visible area for women advancement and development. I mean, can women climb the ladder of corporations like men? Can they be successful corporate leaders? Are they given the chance? What are the impediments? Also, I think this is a natural progression from, and I think it's an inevitable development. Here in the Arab world, I think we're beginning to see big change in this respect, and we expect more. But I think that's not. I mean, I think it's not. We can't be satisfied. It's just the beginning.
Thank you very much for inviting me today. I'm a little bit different to a lot of you here insofar as my background is not very heavily academic. My background is driven completely through experience. I believe hugely that we all have opportunities in life, and it's for us to take them and make something of them. I moved to Dubai in 1980 when I was 21 years old, newly married. Dubai was very much like Qatar was 10 years ago, so a very simple, quiet, orderly place, although we seem to have had our fair share of events over the past 30 years. I have been extremely lucky with the way that my career and my working life has gone. I left school at 16 because I didn't like the school environment. I did an ONC and HNC as a day release course, and I was very fortunate because I worked for Rolls-Royce, which had a structured facility for students to be able to work and learn at the same time, and that's something I feel very strongly that we should do here. I have 6 interns working with me at the moment in the office. When we came to Dubai, I was very fortunate because I managed to get a job because it had a car with it, because we didn't have much money, and I was a villa lady, showed villas to people. And then in 1984, I was introduced to Sultan Sulayem, and we agreed, and we set up a company called Astico, Ahmed Sulayem Trading Enterprises Company, Astico Property Management. And the past 25 years have been the most